Okay, so I will quickly go and for now I'll just close this project for now, right? The project that I was using so far, and I'll save everything, and I'll just create another project, file, new project, and we're gonna name that project week 14 part 2. Doesn't matter what it is, and this is going to be using the same main app class. We will create it for the convenience, and let's see, I'll just copy and paste whatever that sample has. Just basically take it from the or I guess I can go from the top and put everything in just like that. That says main app, so I'll change that manually. I'll replace this with this and go back to main app, right, to accommodate those things. So here I kind of nicely already pasted in all of the imports into this package that I've created, and we have this. So we have we write multiple times at different locations. So we write XYZ at position 0, we write XYZ at position 22, and we write XYZ at position 12. Okay, those are the 3 positions where we write the file. Now, of course, I want to be able to specify the path to my file, and I'll just copy location of my directory that I already have, and just replace this example directory with the real directory. Of course, my routine is to change to / in specifying the path, which I normally do. You have to be careful with that to be consistent with all of that. So now I have my data, and let me just run it and just see what happens. So here's my older file. Yes, I will dismiss of that. A file, open file. I've just written this mydata.txt, and I will again switch to the binary editor, right here, binary editor, OK, and take a look at this, and you can see that right now what happens is that I have those strings, and actually not strings, but sequences of bytes XYZ byte pattern. But if recall that I was trying to write it at position 0, which is here, but I can also say edit, right, and maybe I can say go to address offset in hexadecimal. So this thing needs enter offset into the file as a hexadecimal number or as a decimal preceded by 0n. Okay, I'll say 0n12. Okay, here it is. This is the other XYZ, and Control G again, 0n22, because this was another position. And sure enough, so it successfully jumps to every single place where XYZ is indeed located in the file. So it did work. And once again, you can observe that this, although this works, it works at an extremely low level overall, because it works with bytes. All right. So buffer writer example here is the buffered writer example. If this particular example will create sequential records, and this is just the buffer writer which we use to create a file, I suppose, and then we can look at the file channel example, which then will say jump to different places, and it will be it'll essentially use the file channel to go to position and specify a specific record size and jump to specific places inside the the file. So I think this kind of elaborate example. Let me just use use our sample to both read and write, right? So let's just do a very simple read version of it. So notice that I'm using this file channel only within this try block. So I'll just actually move this file channel declaration to this block right here, file channel, this code block, which is inside the try block. And so this is fine. I can use it inside. And then I'll do another try, okay? Another try. And in this try, I'll try reading the information, okay? I'll just try reading the information and trying to read the information, try and catch. So I need to specify what exception type, or we'll just use exception. I'm assuming this is IO exception that we can try, IO exception, EX, that we can try here. And if the exception does happen, we can say system.out.print, print line, okay, print line, and we will print as before. We're going to say IO exception, and we can say IO exception, I'm sorry, EX dot print stack trace for our convenience, and typically you want to use the error output device to print your errors. And so here we're gonna try what? We're gonna give another try to file channel, and this time I will copy and paste file channel to this try block right here, and again I'm going to name it file channel. And this time I will simply open the file to read the information, right? Not write, not create, just to read the information from the file. And then I can basically say position, and I can say, read. So let's give that a try. So if I wanted to go to file channel dot position, okay, and first position 0, right? Then we want to maybe try to go to position 22 because this is a random access, and then we want to go to position number 12. We know that at these positions we have the data. Then we can say file channel read, right? There is a read operation, a read. And of course, remember, we can use the byte buffer object, helper object, to read this. So we're just gonna say byte buffer. I'll use a different byte buffer for this. I say input. I'll name it input. Okay, and I need to declare it byte buffer input right there equals what did I do to create it? Byte buffer, let me see. Oh, you know what, I don't have to do any of the creation. The read will just return the buffer, I'm assuming. Let's see, file channel read, maybe not. Let's see, we'll have to fix this.